what's poppin'? It's JJ, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, this is going to be the second episode. Now, I know not a lot of you guys were expecting another episode of Detective Jake so soon, because I said I was going to do this daily. But number one, I wanted to just do this because I feel like you guys would definitely enjoy this. And my proof for you guys enjoying this is the fact of my most recent video. That video is doing really, really well. Now, I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want people to, not subscribe anymore just because I just said that. But it really is. Now, I'm going to start out on AI, by the way, in this game. Sorry. But anyway, yeah, it's doing really well. The video has 270 views, and it's going pretty well. Now, again, I don't want to jinx anything. Also, as you can see on screen, for the two people who disliked it, why? Why? If the two people who dislike that video, if you're watching this video, I want to know how I offended you. Please, and I'll fix it in this episode. Maybe that might be a lie, but you should still subscribe. Anyways, you should still watch this video, even though that might be a lie. Anyways, but this video of Detective Jake is gonna be another kind of drama one, but it's also gonna be a little better, I guess. But also a sense of how good the other video did and how much I enjoyed it. By the way, this video will not be edited by Jayformer like the last one, which means that no, the edits will not be as good, but they will still be decent. So I hope you can still enjoy it. Also, this one won't be blurry like the other one. And it's not bad after the intro, but still. Also, the intro and the logo of this series' logo that I'm probably going to use in this video, was made by Jayformer. His link will be in the description. Go subscribe and watch his most recent video called Charlie Dilemma's. You can see it on screen. Dilemma's Accident, I believe. She's 100 million followers, something like that, on TikTok. And yeah, but that's for all that. Let's hop in. Let's hop into the second episode of Detective Jake. So, let's get on to our first topic. So, this is going to be about, obviously, as you could already read the title and thumbnail, how Logan Paul went from being, by the way, for the 5 people who don't know who Logan Paul is, he is a controversial YouTuber, which we're going to talk about, but now he calls himself ex-controversial, which we are also going to talk about in today's episode of Detective Jake. Now, he is a YouTuber with 22 million subscribers, but it feels like for some reason that his audience and the knowance of people, he has more than 20 million subscribers, it feels like, because everybody knows who Logan Paul is, and all the controversy and everything. Obviously, there's just one that comes to mind, that everyone knows about. I'm not going to spoil it, but everyone knows about this one. But honestly, there's more that goes on to it. But he's also calls himself now a ex-controversial YouTuber, and I'm going to dive a little bit into this. For this, Detective Jake, because here at Detective Jake, we're very good detectives, and we also are doing daily uploads right now, even though we weren't intended to. But anyways, literally, the thing is that Logan Paul's, as a video, and the 22 million subscribers is a lot of subscribers, obviously, no, don't get me wrong, he's not growing as much and uploading as much, but he's also the brother of Jake Paul, a YouTuber who, I don't know, I don't want to spoil anything, but we might be making an episode on him, too. But yeah, I'm going to split this video. There's going to be 3 different parts. Now, I'm not talking about different videos. I'm talking about in this one video, there's going to be 3 different topics or parts that I talk about. The first topic is going to be the one that's going to be in this clip. It is going to be about his background, basically what about Logan Paul. And this one's going to be a lot quicker because there's not going to be that much about it. So let's start right into it, to be honest. Let's just start right in. Alright, so the first thing is that Logan Paul, like I already said, is a YouTuber with 22 million subscribers. He's a very controversial YouTuber, at least, as we're going to talk about. And at least it was a very controversial YouTuber about 2 years ago. And he was popping off. He was on fire 2 years ago. Literally, he was on fire. And, not literally, it was on fire, but you understand what I mean. He was blowing up, dude. This guy was, insane. But anyways, also with his brother Jake, he made a lot of things. But the background is he started out on Vine, and I don't know, don't fact check this, but I believe I don't know. I believe he actually was on MySpace for a little bit too. Am I wrong about that? I don't know. I feel like he was though, and our first topic is going to be the background because that's definitely what I want. So, like I already said. So the background was he was a Viner, and I believe he had some pretty good followers. If I remember to do this in the editing, you can see the picture of how many you can see, like, I looked it up on Google and how many followers he had on Vine, and he used some of that popularity to go on to that he had on Vine to go onto YouTube. But honestly, I don't know if he had enough followers, but he didn't. So it's not like he started out popping off instantly just because people knew him from Vine. He's not like Thomas Sanders, where everybody already knew him because he already had like what? How many Thomas Sanders have? I actually don't know, but he had like a lot of followers. If you do know, let me know in the comment section below. If you know how many followers Thomas Sanders actually had, because Vine obviously died and everything mainly because of TikTok. And then but his popularity did not work as much on YouTube, but it was pretty cool. So then Logan Paul was like, he started around like maybe 4 years ago getting a little bit of popularity. I believe I actually don't 100% know, but he hit like 1 million subscribers like 4 years ago, I believe. I don't know. But he had 1 million subscribers like a while, like at least, I know he didn't hit it like 3 years ago or something like that, because you don't gain 22 million subscribers in 3 years unless you're like, T-Series. I was trying to think of an example and I didn't have one, but like then I just thought of one, probably T-Series. But that is an important topic because him having like that much, he's now started to become relevant, and then that was his whole background. So I feel like honestly that's it for background. That was just his background. He became a big YouTuber, and now we're going to get on to the side of him being hated. So let's get right into that. All right, we're back. And now let's talk about the next topic of Logan Paul being hated. So the first instance of Logan Paul being hated was when I would say the first main part was when his little brother he basically posted a video, little brother Jake Paul, by the way, posted a video, it's Everyday Bro, and then he did a video called The Fall of Jake Paul, and that was kind of bad, to be honest. And then the song I Love You Bro, posted by Jake Paul, it sounds like a good song, but it was actually kind of garbage, to be honest. I don't know, it was just bad. And then that just started a little bit, but mainly we're going to get into the main topic, and this is where we're going to go a little bit deeper into, like, everything. So let's just say this one is hard, and I'm just going to say right now, this next part I'm going to talk about, and I'm not going to show a clip of this because it's not that I don't want to show it in the editing. I actually do, but I can't. I just can't because it's not good for kids, and my channel's more of a, like, it's not just a kid channel. I'm saying it's a both channel where I don't want to show this because he did something awful that is one of the worst things, and arguably the worst thing that anyone might have literally ever done in YouTube history, to be 100% honest with you. And that was, I'm going to warn you guys right now that what I'm about to say is kind of, if you don't already, for like the 7 people who don't already know about this, Logan Paul was in Japan, I'm assuming, because this was it was a Japan forest. And it was called in the, I really don't like saying this word, but it was called the Japan Suicide Forest. I don't know why that's a thing, to be 100% honest with you, but that was the forest name, and he was recording some skits and just doing a ton of crap, just doing a ton of crap. I guess it's not really crap. He was just doing a ton of random things. Honestly, there wasn't really any problem with the video. To be honest with you, I don't know. I think it was supposed to be like a little bit of like a challenge going inside that crazy forest. I think that was the whole point. It wasn't really a challenge. It was just like a crazy thing to talk about. And honestly, I have no problem with that. I believe I actually don't 100% know, but because I didn't watch this whole video, like no way. But I do believe that he probably said things about like how this was like crazy. Probably some stuff about the name. But what I do know is that it was just a regular video, and it just felt like he was just doing a ton of random crap. There was nothing really wrong with it until he noticed a dead body in the forest. And instead of deciding to say, like, honestly, I would have really enjoyed, and I bet you every single person who's watching this video, everyone in existence on YouTube who knows about this, for again like the 7 people probably on YouTube who don't know about this, except for like grandmas, who for some reason watch YouTube. Literally, Logan Paul, he, instead of saying like this, everyone would have enjoyed. Instead of saying something like, okay, guys, we just saw something that is just not good. I'm not showing it. I'll see you guys next video or whatever, Logang out or whatever crap he would say. But instead of doing that, instead of shutting off the camera, this boy decides to record a dead body in the forest. And I wish that this was a normal thing in the universe, but obviously we don't live in Foxville, so this is not a normal thing. Anyways, this dude recorded that, and honestly, you'd think that for sometimes people are ridiculous about saying, like, delete your channel, or, like, for example, Morgs, even though people are just still watching him. This is a serious instance, and honestly, I'm kind of disappointed in YouTube. I know I'm posting a video on YouTube, but I'm kind of disappointed. Logan Paul's channel should be taken down for that video. I think it should have, and I guarantee you that everyone agrees. Logan Paul probably himself probably agrees, but he did not think that this was going to get flagged. No, because posting a dead body doesn't get flagged apparently nowadays. Because, you know, like, just play video game success. Yeah, apparently that's just legal now. So, that is just a problem. Just doing that is a problem, and that is the main reason, the number one reason why Logan Paul is such a hated YouTuber. And trust me, the next part we're going to talk about on how he is loved is going to get a little harder because there's not a lot of mention about it. Like, sometimes just the negatives about Logan Paul because of all the crap he's done is the way that, like, makes it hard to try to figure this out. But literally, though, what he did with the dead body thing, he just decides to record it, and I believe he even laughed at it. It's kind of sad. Now, I know the guy who did it is, like, an ignorant idiot because, like, you know, he kind of killed himself. He's kind of dumb. I know he had, like, probably depression and everything, but, you know, it's still just dumb to do that. But he did that. I guess he's not ignorant because, you know, if you have depression, but I understand, but, like, still, it's just, like, you know. Anyways, he still should not have done that. I'm sorry. If I saw that, I'm cutting off the camera and saying, see you guys next time. And I'm running my literal life out of that forest. But instead, he decides to keep on recording, laugh at the body, spend a night there, I believe, I don't know. And then he just decides to make a meme about it after, saying, like, there's no looking back of what I've seen, or crap like that. Then no. Okay. And literally, there's just more scandals, like with Jake Paul and everything. The fall of Jake Paul video was one of the reasons started it. And he's just said a lot of things that should not be said. And it's just bad. It's just kind of bad, to be honest. And Logan Paul should have been taken down for that hating video. It's not even just that. He's just an awful human being, honestly, when it came to that. Not even just an awful YouTuber. He was just a bad person. But then, now we're going to move on to the next topic of this video. The part where he was, like, a loved YouTuber. So let's get into that. This video, I know then somehow I actually did not die, even though this is actually, like, somehow I did not die, even though I just had to, like, record that. But anyway, basically, what is going to happen is that now we're going to talk about the, like, part of Logan Paul where now he's, like, kind of, like, loved, I guess you could say. I don't know about loved, but, yeah, I just wanted to do that. So after that, 2 years ago, he, number one, didn't really get a lot of subscribers after that. Oh, boy, I just died, and I was top 3. Well, it was a good run. But anyways, he literally was, like, he tried to, like, make up for it by making that sorry video, but I don't know I'm not sure. You can see a picture of it on screen if I'm wrong when I'm recording this. I don't know. Does that video have more dislikes than likes? I hope it does, because he was just saying it because of all the hate. If no one cared about it, he wouldn't have made a video. I'm fine with saying sorry, but for something like that, it's just kind of unforgivable, sorry. But yeah, this is just bad. But now he was loved after these things that I'm going to talk about. So, number one, he stopped doing crap. Woohoo! He stopped doing a ton of random crap, and he just started doing regular weird vlogs, stuff like that. He would just, like, random vlogs, and we did some collabs with people, and I have no problem with that, to be honest. He was just bad for all the things in the past. Honestly, kind of like Germany, but we're not going to get into that. Literally, it's just, he was just remembered for that, but then he just went to a regular YouTuber, and then he also, I don't know if this was 2 years ago, but he had a podcast, and that started really blowing up, and then he started having a fine podcast, and the reason why you can't really hate on Logan Paul's podcast is because it's kind of the same thing as Drama Alert, aka Keemstar, as you can see his channel on the screen. Yeah, that's just, there's no real problem with that, because it was kind of the same thing as Keemstar was doing, with, him talking about stuff. Anyways, that was one of the ways that he also got developed, because people just stick to his podcast, and he reminds us a lot in the podcast. It's the number 1 ranked podcast in the world, I believe. I don't know though, but yeah, that podcast, and he did stop doing crap. He did actually a fine video, and he did some things with Jake Paul and stuff like that, and yeah, the videos were still bad, don't get me wrong, but they weren't awful enough. He went back to what he did before he made the dead body video and probably the Fall of Jake Paul video, so he was just a regular, weird, kind of controversial YouTuber. Stuff that will make you sometimes say, what the but sometimes they will just be just regular. Can't really hate on him for it. So, yeah, it just went back to that. And I would say, for the final part of this video, he kind of is now an ex-controversial YouTuber, because there's not a lot of things to hate about it. Now, I will say that's kind of cringy, the ex-controversial YouTuber thing, but I do have to say that it's kind of I would have to say that he's kind of right. To be honest with you, there's not that much to hate about him anymore. He's just kind of weird and everything, and I don't know, he teamed up with Jake Paul for the song 23 Sitting on. But literally, mixtape dropping never. Literally, but that's just what Logan Paul did, and I think he kind of is right about the ex-controversial YouTuber thing, because there's not a lot to hate about him. But that's going to be this video, guys. I really hope you guys did enjoy this episode, the second episode of Detective Jake. And if you guys would give the same exact love as last episode, I would greatly appreciate it, because these videos are maybe some of the best videos I've ever posted, and I just really think that you guys will like this new series. There will be a lot of new videos coming up. I got a lot of good ideas. We're going to figure it out. Now, by the way, I just said donut. Do not expect daily uploads every day. I just happened to today have a great idea and have everything set with the thumbnail that Jayformer made me. I still have the intro and the logo that he made me for Detective Jake. So I thought, yeah, I also want to get another go at it after kind of letting you guys down with the blurriness. So, excuse me. This is going to definitely be the end of this video. So I will see you all next time for the next episode of Detective Jake. And we will definitely see you guys next time. I do not know when the next video will be, but for all that. But for now, that'll be the end of Detective Jake episode number 2, Logan Paul, how we went from love to hate. Last Detective Jake video, by the way, was edited and not produced, edited and helped a lot by Jayformer. Go subscribe and watch his most recent video. His link will be in the description, and that link will also that link that has his channel will also link you to his most recent video, so you can go watch it, because he said he didn't really like the views and everything. So I really appreciate if you guys would go to watch it. If you guys, so please just like the video, comment, do it, all that, whatever. And I'll see you guys next time for the next episode of this is your Detective Jake, and I'll see you all next episode. Goodbye.